Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how to participate in the Terra Liquidity Alliance, specifically as the role of a voter. So a quick reminder, what does a voter do in the Terra Liquidity Alliance? A voter receives external incentives from protocols or so-called bribes, and they can then vote on how to distribute the alliance rewards to the different LP buckets. And in return, they will get the bribes from the before mentioned protocols and a rebase. And that's what we're going to do today. So first of all, you have to create a lock. So what does that mean? You have to lock away your Luna and get an NFT in return. So what can you lock away? So you can not only lock away Luna, but also AMP Luna, Bone Luna, and ST Luna. Actually, it would make most sense to lock away an LST because the LST will give you more voting rewards because it will auto compound your Luna rewards back into the LST, and you will also get a higher rebase reward because your voting power increases over time as your LST increases. So the most rational thing would be to lock away an LST. I'm going to do that here. I'm going to create a new position. So let's do that with half a Luna. And now you can see here, you can lock your rewards away for a certain amount of time. And the minimum lock would be 1 week. And the maximum lock would be 104 weeks or 2 years. And according to the lock duration, you will get a higher voting power the longer you lock away your AMP Luna or LST. So as you can see here, the lower I go with the time, the less the voting power goes. So what I'm gonna do, just for the purposes of illustrating, I'm gonna lock away Luna for 1 week. You can also auto max lock mode your rewards. That means every week you're extending your lock for to the maximum duration, so you will always have the most voting power. It really depends on what you want to optimize for. If you want to have like the maximum voting power, then it would make sense to activate this button. If you're saying, okay, I want to have my Luna back within 12 weeks, then you should choose a lock duration of only 12 weeks. That being said, let's create a new position here. I'm going to approve the transaction, and now it creates a lock of half an AMP Luna here, and that has been successful. As you can see here, that would be my second position. I already opened a position of 1 AMP Luna. Now I have this second position here, and you're always getting an NFT in return. And this NFT has voting rights or a specific voting power attached to it. Right here, you can actually increase your voting power. So let's say you don't want to open a new position, but you have some additional Luna that you want to deploy and vote with that. You can increase your voting power here and just go here to maximum and add to your lock. You can extend also manually your lock duration here, which would give you a way higher voting power as well. And you can transfer and merge to NFTs as well. For the sake of this video, we're going to vote now. So now you locked away your Luna, you received the NFT, And now we are going to deploy our voting power. So let's see here. It already says we decided on our votes because with this particular asset we already chose the voting LPs, but we can also adjust that, and then you can see here you can choose Luna USDC LP, for example, on Astroport. It shows you here the DEX. Then it shows you the depth of the liquidity and the overall voting power that particular pool has received. And then if the pool is incentivized, you will also see here the VAPR, which means voting APR, you would get for voting for that particular pool. As you can see here, all of these stable pools have 0% VAPR. That means none of these pools have been incentivized. I'm going to choose here the Luna USDC LP to 100%, or I already chose that low. So let's go for the Luna USDT LP for 100% now. For that, you have to go back to 0 here and click 100% here. You can also split the vote if you wanted to between Luna USDT and Luna USDC. And then you can cast your vote here and approve the transaction. Let's wait a bit. All right. So now we have split our voting power between the Luna USDC LP and the Luna USDT LP on the White Whale DEX. All right. So that is for the stable bucket. We have 2 more buckets actually. There's also a project buckets for all the native Terra projects. And let's see if we can decide a vote here as well. And here we can see the Luna Raw LP on Astroport and on White Whale are actually incentivized. So you as a voter get actually 54.97% on White Whale DEX and 51.28% on the Astroport DEX for voting for these according pools. All the others are not incentivized, as you can see here, just a little bit. The Luna Whale LP, and apart from that, really no rewards. So we're gonna stick actually with the Luna Raw LP on the White Whale DEX, because that will give us a nice yield and enhance the liquidity and the LP rewards of the Luna Raw LP. So it's a win-win for the Lion DAO and a win for the voters that will give more incentives to the Luna Raw LP. So we're gonna cast our vote here, approve, wait for the transaction to go through, and now you can see here also we're getting 54.97% on our vote. And now the last bucket is our blue chip assets. So we can see here Atom, Injective, BNB, Bitcoin, Solana, and so on. So we're going to decide to vote. As you can see here, no VAPR on any of these pools as well, which means none of these projects have incentivized right now. So what pool are we going to choose here? I would say the Bitcoin pool is an important pool, but even more important is the USDC USDT LP. So we are going to choose that. And as you can see here, that has already received 13.9% of all votes and has a depth of 20K roughly. But we want to incentivize this pool even more because stablecoin liquidity is super important for ecosystem projects in general. So we're gonna cast our vote here and approve the transaction. Waiting for the transaction to go through, and that will be it. So we have now voted on all the buckets: the blue chip bucket, the project bucket, and the stablecoin bucket. You can see here also in a nice overview, the current voting round ends in 6 days. You will receive your rewards in 6 days accordingly. And the total voting power deployed right now is 1.48 million. And your personal voting power factor, how you can increase that, we already talked about. Either lock more Luna away or increase the lock duration of your Luna. And then your voting power in total compared to the total voting power as well, very interesting. And the underlying assets you actually locked away denominated in Luna. In the next tutorial, we're going to talk about how you can provide liquidity to these pools, because these liquidity incentives are actually pretty juicy right now. As you can see here, you can lock away Luna WBTC and receive 274.73%. How you can take advantage of these yields, we are going to talk about in the next video. All right, that was it. Thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next one.